With Season 5 just around the corner, I have updated my Blood Lance guide over on Maxroll, and I'm actually extremely excited for this one. I have been cooking up a very interesting variation, and with the buffs coming in Season 5, Blood Lance looks extremely interesting. So how does Blood Lance usually works? Everything on Blood builds revolves around the Overpower mechanic, which is going to be available to you through casting Blood Lance 6 times and then guaranteeing an Overpower. This is going to be taking your current HP and also other stuff together and then dealing the damage, which is going to be quite a lot. The essence costs on Blood Lance are extremely low, so therefore you can really go ham spamming Blood Lance. Blood Lance is also a ranged spell, so you can actually have this stutter step run and gun kiting playstyle, which I'm a huge fan of. Now, with the new Mutilator Plate, we are actually getting a huge damage multiplier for Blood Lance, which was desperately needed in the past, and a Mutilator Plate is actually giving you more Fortify and also spawning Blood Orbs. And you are using those Blood Orbs with the Gore Quills aspect to conjure even more lances and also consume the Blood Orbs, which are going to be automatically giving you 25 essence every time you are consuming them through Gore Quills, so you don't have to run around and actually pick up the Blood Orbs. This is automatically being done through Gore Quills, and Blood Lance also has a very interesting Blood Lanced or Lance mechanic, which I'm a huge fan of because I haven't really seen that anywhere. You are going to lance someone with your Blood Lance, and after that, when you are hitting the same target with your Blood Lance, it's going to pierce. And every time your Blood Lance is going to deal damage, it is going to deal damage to every enemy that is lanced. So every time you are hitting a new target with the Blood Lance, all the other old targets are also taking the exact same damage. And there is also the synergy with Mutilator Plate because you are also Blood Lance, which means that every time the Blood Lance would deal damage to you, you are instead going to be fortified and you have a chance of spawning the Blood Orb. Here in the gear planner, right now on Maxroll, we still have the PTR data. As soon as the patch is live, all of this is automatically being updated, so you still see the old value on the gear in the planners. For the defensive part, I do have the Bone Storm, which cooldown is going to be reduced with the Rapid Ossification. That is actually a new tech that I find extremely interesting to throw on the Blood Lance, because every time you are spending 100 essence, your bone skills cooldown is going to be reduced by 4.5 seconds. The Rapid Ossification is also on the rings, and also you have 3 points in here, so that's how you get the 4.5 seconds reduction on the Rapid Ossification, and this is going to allow you to spam Blood Lances, which are then going to reduce your Bone Storm cooldown, and therefore it's going to be possible to have a permanent Bone Storm running as your Blood Lance build. This is going to be something really interesting, and I'm really curious how this is going to play out. In theory, this should result in a very comfy permanent Bone Storm. I'm very much looking forward to trying this out, because not only is the defensive part extremely interesting with the Rapid Ossification reset of Bone Storm, but also the damage side of things got hugely buffed with the Mutilator Plate, with the Great Feast, and also with the new and improved Bloodseeker aspect. For the skill tree, I suggest you check it out on your own with the link down in the description below. Very important here, you are not using Decompose or Reap, because these are 2 points that you need to spend in the basic skill category to be able to further advance down the skill tree, so don't use these on your skill bar. And there is just some standard stuff. We pick up Fueled by Death for more damage. Same goes with Amplified Damage. We also take a lot of ranks in Tides of Blood, Coalesced Blood, and then Bone Storm. And very important here with Rathma's Vigor, every time you are consuming a Blood Orb, you are resetting the timer of the guaranteed overpower that is being provided to you through Rathma's Vigor, which again has direct synergy with the Mutilator Plate, conjuring Blood Orbs for you over and over again. For the Paragon board, we are going for a 6-board, 6-glyph setup, which is going to be again explained and linked down in the description below. There is very standard stuff here. We're going for all of the max life nodes because obviously the overpower damage scales with your max life. For example, right now we do have 58k on this planar character, so you will have a lot of maximum HP. You are going to be very tanky, And on top of that, you have Permanent Bomb Storm, which is basically doubling your maximum life through a barrier. So that's going to be extremely nice on the defensive side of things. In the written guide, you can actually see a step-by-step progression of the Paragon board. When you scroll from left to right, the next Paragon board is going to be added. So you can have this up on your second monitor while you are leveling the build, and then see where you need to put your next skills. They will light up in green, so you instantly know which way to go and what board to add. For the sacrifices, we're going with sacrificing skirmishers, sacrificing the bone for more overpower damage, and sacrificing the iron golem. If for whatever reason you're running into essence problems, you are going to sacrifice the shadow mages instead, because that way you are going to get 20% more essence generation. But for the long term, you really want to sacrifice the bone, because you get 30 multiplier on your overpower damage, which is also further boosted by the Memento Mori right here by 60%. I'm very much looking forward to playing Blood Lance after such a long time. I tried it for the very first time in Season 1, and if you know me, I'm actually a huge fan of ranged build where you can stutter step around, and the lance mechanic is something very unique that I haven't seen in other ARPGs before, and I'm really happy that Blood Lance is actually playable this season. So this is one of the first builds that I'm going to try out and take on a journey and try to min-max as much as possible before I actually leave after 1 week after the season has launched to the Blizzard headquarters, where I'm going to be trying out unreleased stuff. And if you want to see what I'm doing there a little bit behind the scenes, then I suggest you join the Discord, where I'm going to be updating daily with some pictures with all of the other content creators that are also going. And if you want to see all of this developing live throughout this next week, then I suggest you check out the Twitch, which is also linked down in the description below. And if you like content similar to this, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time.